Anthropic's Pentagon fight reopened after Trump signaled a Defense Department deal could still happen. That shift matters because the same AI models once treated as a supply chain risk may now be considered useful for cyber defense. Anthropic may still centers on a possible reopening of government access to Anthropic's AI models after blacklist pressure, litigation, and new cybersecurity capabilities. The first thing to separate is the trigger from the consequence, because the same event can affect users, traders, companies, or regulators in different ways. In this case, the pressure is specific. For crypto and cyber markets, government adoption of advanced AI changes the security baseline around fraud, wallets, infrastructure, and threat detection. That gives the story a clear reason to watch without turning it into a prediction. The anchor is not a mood shift. It is Trump said a defense agreement with Anthropic was possible after White House talks. The confirmed details are concrete. Trump said a defense agreement with Anthropic was possible after White House talks. The Pentagon previously labeled Anthropic a supply chain risk, and contractors were told to certify they were not using Claude for military work. A federal judge temporarily blocked a directive that told agencies to stop using Anthropic technology. Those pieces matter together because one fact shows the event, another shows the context, and another shows why the market or user reaction was not random. A broad crypto audience does not need heavy jargon here. It needs to know which actor changed behavior and which part of the system now carries more pressure. The mechanism is straightforward. The question is not only whether an AI model works, it is whether defense and banking users can control model risk before deployment. Anthropic has promoted Mythos as a cybersecurity-focused AI model with limited release because of its power. In plain English, the mechanism is the path between the headline and the real-world effect. If that path is weak, the story fades quickly. If that path is strong, the event can influence liquidity, access, trust, compliance, custody, or infrastructure beyond the first reaction. Timing also matters here because the Pentagon previously labeled Anthropic a supply chain risk, and contractors were told to certify they were not using Claude for military work. That context can make the same development more sensitive than it would be in a quiet market. The affected group is not the same in every story. For crypto and cyber markets, government adoption of advanced AI changes the security baseline around fraud, wallets, infrastructure, and threat detection. European and UK banks are also being considered for Mythos access under security checks. This is why the strongest reading depends on the exact channel of pressure. For some stories, that channel is exchange access. For others, it is a balance sheet, a court filing, a wallet movement, a bridge, a vault, or a central bank signal. Here, the important channel is tied directly to a possible reopening of government access to Anthropic's AI models after blacklist pressure, litigation, and new cybersecurity capabilities. The unresolved part is narrow but important. The exact Defense Department contract terms, deployment scope, and security limits are not confirmed. Anthropic may still should not be treated as proof of the final outcome until the missing piece becomes visible in public behavior, filings, product terms, wallet movement, or market data. That distinction protects viewers from reading too much into one move while still respecting the fact that the move can have real consequences. The risk profile changes if whether the Pentagon formally clears Anthropic technology and how Mythos is restricted for high-risk cyber use. The practical close is to track the observable signal that matches this exact story. If the signal appears, the event can move from initial reaction into a clearer market or user consequence. If it does not appear, the story may remain limited to positioning, operational changes, legal pressure, or short-term sentiment. If Anthropic may still keeps developing, that signal will show whether the event becomes a lasting shift or a short-lived market reaction.